And having her here with us. Amen. Thank God, amen, for Pastor Stone, amen, touching her life and bringing her into the ministry. Amen. That's what we work to achieve. Amen. We thank God for her and her family. Amen. We love them all too. Amen. And we thank God for them. Amen. So now we're going to have our Sister Kenneth.
Yeah.
Come on, girl.
For chief, apostle, daddy, king, whatever it is. He's my husband, but I thank God for keeping the doors open. When I'm here or away, when I return, the doors are still open.
Amen.
And I want to thank God for that. I've been inspired once again. I grew up in the apostle prayer square, and I know the apostolic faith. I know about all of this, amen. And we are on the way. And I myself, I truly know the way. I heard someone say, Sister Siobhan, I went to church probably more than you. I attended Sabbath. I was in Sunday school. I attended 2 services on Sunday. So, you know, I can't count on what's lost or what has been, but I thank God for all that, you know, all the way that's been instilled in me. And I thank God to see how everyone is blossomed. I'm so proud of you. I thank God. You know, blossomed, and you know, he also said last week when I did, you know, come in the doors were open, he said to get out your own pasture. So evidently somebody's, you know, you're taking notes, you're doing what you're supposed to. And whatever you do for God, let it be real. So that's my testimony tonight. Amen. And I want to thank God for everyone, from the pulpit to the floor.
Amen.
Amen.
And I know that God is real.
Yes, he is real.
Those things that, you know, gotta let it go. And, you know, with prayer and encouragement, I must have first encouraged myself. So once I put forth that step, you know, everything else will take its course. So it is a growing grace, I do know, and it's not easy stripping away something. I mean, it can be easy if you let it, but sometimes that's the hardest. But I want to thank God for each and every one of you.
Amen.
And pray my continuation in the Lord.
Amen. Beautiful.
Amen. Coming up as these kids are coming down. And the one thing I do know, when you come up under this doctrine, amen, it have a hold of you. It always have a pull on you. Amen. And even when you out and you doing things, it comes to your mind. You may try to ignore it, but it comes to you. And I believe it's going to pull her back because her heart is still. Amen. And I thank God, amen, for truly tonight, amen. It is a blessing, amen, when God will have a pull on your life like that. That's the way it started for me. Amen. When I would be out there, amen, I was trying to just drink to kill my conscience and that thought that would always come to me. You weren't raised like this. You know better than this. This is not the way you was taught. Amen. God had a pull and a hold on me right then. Amen. And I thank God, amen, for surrendering to it, amen, and coming to it. Amen. Wouldn't let a man stand in my way. Amen. Had old devil that wouldn't even allow me to come to church. I could go out into the club without him. I could go out and have girls' night out with my friends, but I couldn't come to church. Amen. In this same church that I started coming, many of y'all was here. My kids were sitting on the front bench. That devil walked in here and snatched my kids out of church. He had called me on the way and said, when I pass by that church, if your car there, I'm going to embarrass you. I turned around and finally he told me that ain't nothing but the devil. I turned back around and came on to church anyway. He walked in here, pulled his cap off his head, stuck in the back of his uniform, and snatched my kids off the bench and walked out. And to make it so bad, when I got there, he had left him there with his mom and he wasn't even there. You know, and I understood that at that moment, that devil had to go. Because he was not going to stand in between me and God. He was used to having all the control. Amen. And once you start to get saved, amen, you don't want nothing to do with the devil. He's not appealing to you no more. He didn't even look good to me no more. His cologne didn't smell good no more. He started to get ugly to me. Amen. Because, amen, something different was working in me. Amen. And I was willing, amen. He told me I had to make a choice between this church and him. Amen. And tonight I made my choice. Yep. Amen. He told me I hope them same old church people, my auntie know him. I hope them same old church people be there for you. Well, guess what? Them same old church people still here taking care of his kids. Amen. I thank God, amen. You know, that's why I say about the men, they act like they love them kids so much. But the men that I walked out on him, he walked out on him. Amen. The Lord only went as far as I went. Amen. And I thank God because I wasn't going to let no devil pull me out of God. This is what I was going in. He took me to the Baptist church with him and told me, you got to join this church. This pastor got to marry us. I said, oh, the devil is like, I'm going to run up Baptist. I was brought up on the Apostolic doctrine. And you want to stop me. Amen. He came with me a few times. And one day he said, I ain't never going back to no house. And you ain't going back. Amen. So, some women, most women do fall out over men. Amen. But when you get God the right way, honey, I was willing to walk away from flesh. Because that's all it was. I had a soul that needed to be saved. I had a soul that had a thirst. Amen. It was something in me. I didn't know what but it was something pulling on the inside that made me be that man. And I thought I was all wrong. That I said I'd never leave. Amen. And thank God, amen. Because, amen, he was such a control freak. But see, my sister didn't understand. See, I put him first. He was my God. She couldn't come to my house because of him. Whatever he said went.